Our story begins with Wang Bin entering a jewelry store to sell the precious jewels he brought from the apocalyptic world. He tells the receptionist that he wants to have a business talk with the manager, and the girl says the manager is very busy at the moment. She says he should go away and tells him not to interfere in his business. Wang Bin shows her one of his gemstones. Then she asks if he knows he could go to jail if that's fake. Two men are watching everything and laughing. Suddenly another man arrives, opening the door. The receptionist says the boy is trying to deceive her, and if he doesn't leave she'll call security. The store manager asks to see the jewelry and Wang shows him the stone. The man is totally surprised at what he saw. The angry manager tells the girl to shut up and calls Wang young master. He asks if Wang wants to sell the gemstone, and the boy replies yes, if the price he offers satisfies him. Wang thinks this gem must be worth at least 100,000 and he can't let the man drop the price. The manager, sweating, said that however poor he looks on the outside he's been showing off the gem, so he must be from a wealthy family. The manager gives an incredible price of 5 million. Wang drinks some tea hoping he doesn't end up dead from the excitement. He tells the manager he has 9 more jewels like that one and asks if the man has the ability to buy them all, which the happy guy replies yes. In the end everything worked out, except for the receptionist who got scolded, but at least she must have learned the lesson. Wang now gets in a car to go meet his girlfriend. He arrives at the place and he's not very comfortable because it's his first time in a high-class building, but he thinks that doesn't matter because he's going to buy a house for his girlfriend and his parents. His girlfriend arrives with another man next to her and the boy asks who is that. Before she could answer that, the guy asks what kind of vision she had before and how she could accept a man dressed as a beggar to be her boyfriend. Zhao tells him that they should break up because they are about to enter society and now she found someone who can take care of her and is willing to buy her a house. She continues saying if Wang really loves her he should be happy for her. Wang tells her that he can also take care of her and asks if the time they spent together meant nothing to her. He asks if that guy is forcing her to do that and tells her she should not be afraid to answer. Zhao then screams at him why he can't break up without being unpleasant. The rich guy interferes and says Wang should not point the finger at him or he'll have someone cut off his hands. Wang provokes the guy asking what will happen if he points his finger. His ex-girlfriend tries to interfere and the rich guy pushes her away. Then comes the moment we were all waiting for. Wang Bin gives a super hard kick in the guy's chest, throwing him away. The girl slaps Wang in the face and says that they are done and that she should never have dated such garbage like him. She goes to see if her new boyfriend is okay and Wang says that all those years of feelings were not as good as a car and a house to her. The guard arrives to kick him out and he asks if that's how they treat their customers. The rude salesgirl says that he couldn't afford their cheapest house even if he stopped eating and drinking for a year. The woman is pissed because she was almost finishing the business with the rich guy. Wang Bin asks if 6 million really is that much to them and another arrogant man arrives, he's the sales director. The man apologizes but tells Wang he was the one that created the problem by hitting one of their customers and if he is not a customer he will have to report the boy. Wang says he intended to buy a house but the quality of these houses is too low for him. The sales director asks what's the price of the house he is looking for and Wang answers that he is looking for a house worth at least 20 million or more. The director gets angry with that answer and says that they do have houses worth that price, but he should show some proof that he can afford it. If he gives him this evidence the 3 people that made fun of him will have to kneel for him and walk around 3 times in the salon on their hands and knees the director. Meanwhile, Zhao's new boyfriend curses Wang and goes to his direction in order to attack him, but Wang knocks him out with a gold bar. He then tells her she is leaving him for someone who doesn't even care about her and that she is really not worthy to be his girlfriend. Wang finally proves that he has 70 million in his account. The saleswoman tries to reverse the situation by asking if he may have edited the photo to try to deceive them. The manager apologizes and tells Wang Bin he will be a VIP customer now. Wang asks if the agreement from before is still in effect, and the manager tells the 3 employees to get down on their knees and walk around the hall 3 times, otherwise they can pack their bags and leave immediately. The manager asks if Wang is satisfied and he says no, but he will forgive them for now. Then we find Wang Bin in his new house taking a shower. The boy thinks that he bought this luxury mansion for 30 million not out of anger but because he needs a private place to stay. He thinks that he needs to go back to the apocalyptic world soon, but first he needs to get prepared. Then we see his friends comment that Wang doesn't tell them anything, even though something so big happened, they already knew about his breakup. His friend says that despite the fact she betrayed Wang, he is happy that he won't be deceived by her again, but the problem is that he punched the girl's boyfriend and for sure he will want revenge, so they're worried. Wang does not answer the call from the boys, and when they are going to the dorm, one of them says that a scammer texted him saying that someone transferred 1 million in his bank account. The other boy says that he also got the same text message, but he decides to check his bank account. In fact, there's 1 million in each account, and they don't know what to do because they've never seen that much money before. Wang Bin then calls the boys to tell them he is going to his parents' house for a while and they think that's a good idea. Then Wang asks if they received the money he sent and they get shocked that it was him. Wang tells them he won 1 billion in the lottery, so that's nothing and they shouldn't worry, because there are more good things waiting for the 3 of them in the future. Wang says he won't come back for a while. He'll stay in his hometown and because of that he won't talk to them for a while, but when he comes back he'll invite them both for drinks. Our protagonist hasn't come back home for a long time, because he was studying. Then we cut to the scene where his mother asks why he didn't let her know he was coming back and his father asks why he came back suddenly, if something was wrong. Wang tells his parents he won the lottery and he wants to give them some money. He didn't purposely lie to his parents, but he couldn't tell them about the apocalyptic world because they would think he got crazy. Despite going back to his hometown and giving them money, his main objective is to look for someone else. He meets a man and this man asks why he's there since it is not a holiday. We found out that this man is his 3rd uncle and that when he was young he liked to hunt in the mountains, having plenty of guns in his house. Because in the last 2 years the country implemented a gun control law, he rarely goes hunting nowadays. Wang tells him he wants to buy his air rifle and the uncle is surprised by that, not understanding why he wants it. Wang told him not to worry and that he and his colleagues found a remote place to train their shooting skills together. When the young man starts to talk about money, his uncle said it's fine, but he shouldn't do illegal things. His uncle brings the rifle to the young man and says that although it is a compressed air gun it can kill a wild boar. The man then gives the gun and a bottle of anesthetics and tells him to be careful when using it, because if you inhale too much it can be fatal, and also he doesn't want him to be arrested. Wang went back to the city. This time he didn't just prepare enough food, as he also bought a cell phone with 10 batteries, and he is also taking in addition to the air rifle a new dagger. He doesn't know how Guan has been these last few days and he's afraid that the White Tiger gang may have found her. Finally time runs out and he goes to apocalyptic world. In the middle of the process it is said that there is a living person around 10 meters, but he does not change his destiny and confirms. Then we see Guan crying because she's eating her last snacks. Wang goes to meet her and she cries because he didn't abandon her, so he hugs her and calls her silly, saying he promised her he would come back. He tells the girl that he brought lots of delicious food so they should talk while they eat. He notices that there are many wounds on her body and asks what happened. She tells him that she fell into a trap and almost got caught because she went to check if he was in danger a few times. The boy gets thoughtful about it because how can she risk her life to look for him? He hugs the girl and promises that he will make those people who intimidated her pay for it. Wang shows her the things he brought to her. She takes the rifle out and is surprised that he actually has a gun. She thinks this gun will be good for her as it has low noise and she thanks him for the gift. He shows what it should be by far the most important thing for her, a lot of food that will last her a whole month, and she wonders if she is dreaming, before she starts eating and crying at the same time. He shows a backpack full of batteries that will be enough to use for a long time with her new phone, and she cries even more because since the beginning of the end of the world and the death of her parents, no one treated her as well as Wong Bin. He tells her not to cry. Guan tells him that during the 7 days he was out, the White Tiger Gang and the Totem Bear Gang started a war due to the scarcity of food in the area. Only a few people got injured, but as a result many people left the city and evacuated to other areas. Cuts to a scene where Guan is shooting and Wong asks her if she really never used a weapon before, because she has a lot of talent. The girl says the destructive power of the gun is low, and its range is short, which makes it hard to kill someone from a big distance. Wong says they can get close to shoot because the sound produced by the shot is very low, making it difficult to be detected. She asks if they really have a chance of getting rid of those gangs, and the boy replies that they can defeat them if they trick the gangs kill each other. His main objective is to make the 4 gangs fight against each other because this way will be easier to find the gold. He said he brought the detonator because only the Totem Bear Gang has explosives and grenades, and if he blows up the White Tiger Gang's warehouse they will definitely get angry and go fight with the Totem Bear Gang for revenge. Guan is impressed with this plan and said that he is very smart. The boy says that the only problem is the number of guards that must be protecting these warehouses, so Guan says that at night there is no electricity and they usually sleep at 8 or 9 o'clock, and also she is quite familiar with the White Tiger base, which has a lot of entrances and exits. She ends up saying she knows a safe way to get in. That's it for this recap. Thank you for watching.